All right, now, for all you boppers out there in the city, all you street people with an ear for the action, I've been asked to relay a request in the Grammar. It's a special for the Warrior. That's that real live bunch from Coney, and I do mean the Warrior. Here's a hit. Be looking good, Warrior. All the way back to Coney. You hear me, baby? Real good. Warriors, come out to play.
What?
I was sitting around today thinking about the topic of the show, and I was like, man, I wonder what gangs we would all fall into if we lived in this world where, much like the Warriors, there was these colorful set of gangs. And I realized Mustang would definitely be part of the Warriors. Tight jeans, no shirt, leather vest, with an eagle feather for an earring. that would be Mustang. That would be Mustang.
Sounds about accurate. Like just like completely confident, like not concerned about anything being considered effeminate. But you know
exactly. I picture Lobo part of the baseball gang. He just walking around dressed like Yankee Stadium, just walking around with a baseball bat. I picture Justice definitely part of the Riffs. Yeah, holding that pose.
Yeah, you're right.
I can see him in that kung fu outfit too.
And then I thought about it, and the only gang that would be right for me, that would suit my personality, I'd be part of the Lizzies. I'm trying to hang out with all them girls. That's all I'm doing. I'd be the token friend. Hey, girl, tell me all your problems as you slide into this dress. You're not fat. Who told you that?
Oh, hey, we're not recording yet, right?
Should I be? On that note, I'm going to use that as the lead-in. Shit.
I want this chance to show you that your garden karate is so much nonsense. And that's quite easy to do. I know kung fu.
Show me. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to another exciting edition of H8L Presents Fistfights and Fried Rice. This is episode 27. Can you dig it? We are talking about The Warriors, the seminal film from the 70s that has been not only sampled, remade, and remixed multiple times, but has never been able to compare to the original. Joined with me this evening, I have a man who truly needs no introduction, especially if you're a female. This cat's rolling 15 inches deep. The destroyer of all things ovaries. The man who can confidently say that women's self-defense is trash, and he can stand by it, and live by it, and will receive no repercussions. I bring to you the bass statch of the H8L, Lobo.
I was born ready, and I will die by that statement.
Also, a man who is choosing to re-grace us with his presence. It's always a treat when this gentleman chooses to join us. I bring to you the 720 kicking, 360 spin around, heel kick, throat crushing, nose shattering Mustang.
Yeah, what's going on?
And even though he's having some technical issues at the moment, I'll go ahead and do his intro anyway. A man who also needs no real introduction. The connoisseur of combat sports, the Rain Man of martial arts, the self-appointed black man of Dagestan. I bring to you the one Justice Magnificent. Yo, what's up? Warriors, yeah, come out and play. I don't give a fuck. Justice Magnificent, whoop-de-whoop. I feel like I did him justice on that. No pun intended. So, gentlemen, we are talking The Warriors. Now, before I drift down this rabbit hole of discussion, is there anyone here that has not seen this wonderful film or is unfamiliar with this film? And of course, Mustang, you know I'm pointing at you.
That is it.
Never in your life?
You've never seen The Warriors?
Really?
Okay. Yeah.
That is honestly shocking to me. That is an absolute American classic. Those much like Mustang who are not familiar per se with The Warriors, this was a movie that came out in 1979, directed by one Walter Hill, based upon a novel of the same name that I want to say came out in the late 60s, mid to late 60s. And it basically depicts New York City gang life, definitely fictionalized. Basically, a collection of some of the most flamboyant and most interesting gangs ever depicted on film. And and one man's attempt at trying to bring all the gangs together. And it's definitely a cult film and has definitely been, spawned multiple spin-offs, including video games, books, comic series, knockoff films, as we'll be talking about later on. Lobo, when did you first discover The Warriors?
It'd probably be around the same time the video game came out, mid 2000s.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you weren't familiar with it until the video game.
No, my brother got the video game, and then I was walking around Walmart one day and saw the DVD and bought it. Like, oh, this is a movie? Cool.
Yeah, that game is fucking epic, dude. I didn't know about the game until you guys told me about it a couple of weeks ago. I mean, I still haven't actually played it. I just watched, the free play shit on fucking YouTube or whatever. I didn't know shit about the game. I was ready to shit on it because I just assumed it was just going to be some knockoff crap. From what I can tell, it looks like they've held true to not only the spirit of the movie, but have done a real good job of kind of expanding on that story.
I would agree with that to an extent.
I didn't realize how monumental this movie was or has become all throughout pop culture over, the last handful of decades. I mean, the certain lines or certain, sound bites from the movie have been completely used and recycled and, applied towards other things for the last 30 or 40 years. And I think that's fucking amazing. Everything from The Simpsons to Black Dynamite to Eminem's D12, Puff Daddy, Craig Mack. One of those names, I'm sure many of the listeners have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about when I say Craig Mack, but that's okay. Look it up, fuckers. Learn your hip-hop history. The remix video of Flavor in Your Ear pays direct homage to The Warriors with
that I didn't know.
Yeah.
Bad boy.
Yep. Come out and play.
I think I have seen that movie now that you mention it.
I guarantee you've seen it.
Okay, yeah.
I'm almost positive. Guarantee you have seen The Warriors. It's been too monumental of a film for you to have not seen it. That line quoted from this villain in the film named Luther, when he does the whole Warriors come out and play, yay, has been sampled, remixed, and redone so many times. Matter of fact, Wu-Tang Clan, Enter the Wu-Tang, 36 Chambers, the track Shame on a Nuh. Old Dirty Bastard says that uses that same line.
Yeah, I've seen it.
I figured you did.
We're talking probably 20 years ago, but yeah, so.
Guarantee you've seen it. The music video for D12, Eminem's group, for the song Fight Music. They reenacted the whole gangs coming together to meet on the battlefield shit. Again, heavily inspired by the Warriors.
Tupac, California Love, the beginning of the video.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the list just goes on and on and on about how many individuals or groups or acts have taken or utilized aspects of this movie. Show my nerd hat here. In a Ninja Turtles comic book, the Warriors even make an appearance.
Are you serious?
Yep.
I gotta look into that now.
IDW's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comic series, issue number 27, City Fall. I can't remember if it's part 4, 5, or 6, but it's one of those issues. There is a panel of the Warriors making an appearance.
Oh, so they don't fight the Foot Clan or anything?
I don't think they got involved. They were just there. It was one of those things where it was this part of the city you don't want to fuck with because you run into these guys, they'll fuck you up. Thank you for joining us, Justice. I tried to make sure that I did your intro, Justice. I made sure I tried to hit all the, well, yo. I tried to make sure I got that right.
Sure. I'll figure it out next week.
Yeah. You'll like it.
Yeah,
You'll like it. You'll like it. But I was asking Lobo when was the first time that he can remember watching The Warriors, and he wasn't really familiar with it until the video game sometime in the mid 2000s. And like I was telling him, I didn't know about the video game until you guys told me about it. I was familiar with this movie going all the way back until, going back to the 80s. I was born in 79, which was the same year the movie came out with. So all throughout the 80s and 90s, I just grew up watching this movie. We used to have it on Betamax. That was before VHS, for those of you who don't know any better. And then we had it on VHS. And my family was black and poor, so we didn't have that shit on Laserdisc. And one day I'm going to buy the shit on DVD just to have it to my collection. One day. I hear Walmart sells it mad cheap, which hurts my soul.
I think I still have my copy if you want it.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll be happy to take your copy of The Warriors.
Yeah, I was asking my mom about it earlier.
Oh, yeah?
I honestly don't remember. I can't remember, like, when I seen the movie. I just know I seen it.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, I just kind of remembered it and watched it when it came on TV, like, every single time.
Yeah, and it was on TV a lot.
Do you still watch your DVDs, though? Do you ever really pull them out, pop them in?
Truthfully?
Yeah.
Hell no.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I have joined this thing called the future, and streaming has changed my life. Now, to be fair, because I don't want to make it seem like I'm just too cool for school, I'm going to be completely honest with you. For those of you who know me, you guys know that I am not very technically sound. So, with that being said, if I was not married to the wife, would I have Netflix? No.
At least
I would still be that motherfucker that you see at Walmart standing in that DVD section. This looks good.
You would still be doing carbon copy credit card payments.
Because I just, again, technology is evil, and I wanted no part of it. That sounds like fiction. There's some Star Trek shit. And then, we realized, and by we, I mean I, the year is now, we'll say 2018, and I was forced to get rid of my flip phone, and the wife made me get a smartphone.
Wow.
Yeah. I can even tell you the flip phone that I had. It was the Motorola Razr, gunmetal.
You remind me so much of my dad in that aspect. He only got a smartphone because his company gave him one.
I couldn't understand the concept. Touch the screen? There's no buttons. This is like the future. I can't fuck with this. Hands-free earbuds? What? So if the wife hadn't came along and completely changed my views on life, again, I would be that guy that you would see standing on North Tryon in front of fucking Little Caesars waiting for the DVD cat to come out. Hey, what movies you got?
As far as cell phones are concerned, you remember having like limits on your minutes that you can talk, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so there's that.
Yeah. No, I remember that. And people still clown me today. Like if I have to walk into a Verizon store or a T-Mobile, me and the wife have come to this understanding. I am not allowed to speak because things don't work out well. People will be like, "Oh, hey, what can I get for you today?" So can I do something better than like 100 anytime daytime minutes? And when do my free nights and weekends start? Does it start at 9 or does it start at like 8? I know you motherfuckers remember the free nights and weekends starting at 9.
You know what's crazy about that? Not saying where I work, but people still do come in and ask those stupid questions.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
When I found out that porn was free on the internet, holy shit. Man.
Wow.
I was that guy that was, and this is for those of you who don't know, there used to be a section in the video stores for adult-related movies. I was that guy that was walking into Blockbuster and Hollywood Video like, yeah, where's your adult section? But see, that's why a movie like The Warriors, see how I segued back? That's how a movie like The Warriors relates to me. It was a different and more simple time. There was a time where, we can put our cultural differences aside, take off our shirts, wear leather vests, walk down the street with some manicured afros, some unkept, a healthy supply of chapstick, because some of these cats' lips were glowing for reasons I can't quite understand. And, we just walk down the street and protect our turf. I relate to that.
Cool.
I can dig that. See, that's how movies need to be for me. I grew up in the days of The Warriors and Die Hard and Commando and Rambo and shit like that. It doesn't get any more simplified than that. Me walk down the street, man give me problem, bang bang, no more problem. That's me summarizing Rambo.
Yeah, that's kind of what happened.
I mean, it's about right.
Nobody else here reads or likes fantasy books, right? Like sci-fi fantasy books.
Okay, now the nerd in me now has to call you out. What is your definition of sci-fi fantasy, sir? Because that's a blanket term.
Sci-fi or fantasy.
We talking like Star Trek and Dune? Like where we're going with this?
Yeah. That's the sci-fi thing. When I say fantasy, I'm more so talking about like Lord of the Rings type stuff, Game of Thrones, like that realm.
I do enjoy all of those, sir. Now, is this Audible book? Is this like an audio play, or is he just reading?
No, they're just reading.
No, hell no, I can't do it. I can't do it.
They do have some like that.
Yeah, I need the audio plays. I need the audio dramas with the music and different characters.
Where the author is like talking entire. I mean, not the author, but the characters are talking and basically acting.
Yes, I need that.
I mean, but that's what they do in books too. They just put like other
but see, it's just one person though. No, I need explosions.
Oh, you know what? How about this? First of all, I would tell you this: they have some very, very sexy voices out there that you wouldn't mind like hearing her talk about the entire world and how it was constructed and all this other stuff, right?
So you missed the last episode. I've been fooled before, so I need I need visual proof that that's a woman reading those lines.
How am I going to give you visual proof for an audio?
I'm just saying, I've been fooled before.
Yeah, you missed.
See, you missed last week's episode. You would understand.
Are we sure her name was Trini, not Trammy?
I'm starting to wonder. I'm still traumatized till this day. Can't even watch Power Rangers now. Once again, this is a wonderful film, and I dig the fact that this film has been able to stand not only the test of time, but I also like the fact that it has incorporated many colorful characters and, of course, the use of martial arts. And I dug the fact that not everyone in this film series was a martial artist. It wasn't like some, Jason Bourne shit where everyone's a fucking super assassin. I like the fact that some cats could box, some cats knew some karate, some cats didn't know shit. And some people just took an ass whooping, and others could hold their own. And I really dug that about the Warriors. And kind of playing off what Mustang said, I would actually love the idea of a radio drama or radio play, not an audio book, based on the Warriors. I think that'd be great.
Yeah, that'd actually be pretty cool.
That'd be dope as fuck.
Yeah, I'd be 100% into that.
I think you leave a lot on the table if you talk about doing an audio play.
I feel like you just kind of shit on audio plays. Do you listen to audio plays at all?
No, I feel like for me, then if I'm gonna listen to an audio play, I might as well watch a play.
I see.
Well, I get where Taz is coming from.
See, for me, if I listen to an audiobook, then I might as well just be sitting in a classroom listening to a teacher talk.
Because if you have a vivid imagination.
Again, this is also why I don't do well in church either. Just sitting there listening to somebody talk.
Why do we get there?
No, I'm just being completely honest.
You cut that out, please. Cut that out.
I'm just.
Damage control.
You come out to the extreme, yeah.
So we're gonna be like, yeah, they went from talking to the Warriors to VHS tapes to this nigga can't listen to people talking church.
And this segment is brought to you by Taz by himself.
Oh my gosh,
His opinion does not reflect those here.
I look at the same way of listening to an audiobook, the same way as I do listening to a pastor preach to me in church. I'm gonna end up snoring.
I feel like I don't understand how we got to this point of.
You did it. You got us off topic. The Warriors is a wonderful film from the 70s that utilizes that has a fictional look at basically a fictional look at gang life of the 70s and 80s of New York. I was not around New York during those times, so I don't know if any of the gangs actually look like that. But I would be hard pressed to imagine that there is not a gang of little league baseballers walking around with their their Babe Ruth jerseys on. I could be wrong, but I doubt that. Justice! Now that I'm finally back on track, thanks to, Mustang getting me off track again. What gangs stick out to you the most from this movie?
I mean, the Riffs, the Baseball Furies, which is probably the favorites of most people.
It's between them and the
Warriors. Yeah, I mean, most of the games were pretty cool. I mean, it was just one of those movies.
What were the ones with the overalls?
Oh, those were the punks.
The punks. Okay, I could not remember for the life of me which gang that was.
They don't say it in the movie, but in the video game you find out.
Okay. I actually thought they put up a pretty good fight against the Warriors, too.
Yeah, those, I mean, pretty much. Like I said, the Baseball Furies, just because the baseball bats and the jerseys and Orphans was cool. Yeah, face paint. I think it was a face paint and baseball bats. They couldn't fight worth shit, though.
They couldn't fight worth a damn.
I said, you remember back in the day when gyms were kind of like a gang?
No, I don't remember
know,
that.
like,
I don't remember that.
You don't ever remember feeling like that, like going to teammates' fights or whatever. Like everyone from the gym is there. It's basically like a gang activity.
Oh, that feeling. Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
To me, there's no greater feeling. To me, there's no greater feeling than rolling into somebody else's gym or somebody else's dojo, 10, 12, 15 motherfuckers strong, just standing there eyeballing your potential competition. And to me, it's an absolute badge of honor when you see fuckers just quit. People that had all intentions on competing and then just bail. Oh, I'm the only one that feels that joy on that. That's fine. I'll be that asshole. That's okay. And I think about the fight culture and the gym culture. And you're right. There is a certain kind of gang mentality when, you have your set or your clique or the guys that you train with, whether they're there warming you up in the back or if they're in the crowd rooting for you, it helps get you pumped and it helps, in my opinion, it helps bring out the best in you. So when I think about a situation like the Warriors where these cats basically got to get from, where were they going, Justice? I know they're trying to get back to Coney Island, but where were they trying to get from? Yeah,
they was leaving there. They was trying to get back to Coney Island, pretty much.
Right. Do you remember where the meeting was
Island.
at? I can't remember where the meeting with Cyrus was at.
Oh no, I can't remember the meeting. All I can remember is the radio show host.
Yep.
The lady from Carmen, San Diego. Yeah. I just remember her talking and just going on and on. All right, you boppers.
Oh, they're up in the Bronx.
Oh, they're going from the Bronx to Coney Island. Holy fuck.
Yeah, I had to look that up.
Okay, that explains why that journey was so fucking far.
Yeah.
But I definitely said that's definitely something that you do feel, especially when you walk into a gym where all the other gyms are all like friends and you know each other and you're that one school that's not really part of that clique. You end up feeling kind of like how these guys were. It's like if anything pops off, all right, we just punch and then run.
Yeah. And you're all wearing your colors too.
Hell yeah. So, Justice, what are your thoughts about the use of martial arts in this film, sir?
Actually, the way they were used, I mean, you can tell maybe they probably trained. If you were in that environment, like you put yourself in that environment, you can tell that they probably trained when they was young, or they probably did some type of training, or a little bit, just themselves, or they saw a couple of movies and said, "Hey, when I get into a street fight, I'm gonna pull this off because I'm athletic and young and just be able to do whatever." Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, it fit. It almost seems almost say functional, I guess. Yeah.
I agree with that.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. Lobo, how about yourself? Your thoughts on the use of martial arts in this movie?
I have to agree with Justice on this. Like, yeah, they might have seen something somewhere and were able to pull it off, so they made what they saw practical.
See, I agree with both. My boy
that
Cleon,
dude Ajax, he definitely wasn't doing kung fu.
He was not. I thought Cleon had some pretty good moves. I did like the fact that for the most part everybody fought differently, and no matter what colors they were branding throughout this movie, everyone had their own kind of distinctive way of handling situations and handling problems. Now let me ask you guys this: the Cyrus's idea of uniting all of the gangs, that sound like a sound idea or fucking stupid?
Well, you watched the movie, pretty fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Just saying, you got shot in the end.
Unity is always a great idea. It's always a noble idea. How about that?
But it was unity to commit crimes.
What I said in the movie, they were uniting to push out the mafia and then the police to own New York.
Let me ask you guys this then. Since if you guys had to choose out of the Warriors, which one would you choose?
I haven't seen a movie in a while, so I couldn't tell you.
That's fair. You get a pass.
But probably the one that has the most women around him.
There you go. Wise man.
Probably the Riffs, or what was the other black gang from Uptown Harlem?
Oh, the Boppers.
Yeah, the Boppers, yeah.
Wait, they were called the Boppers?
Yeah, the dudes in the purple vests. And
Oh, shit, those were the Boppers. Shit, I gotta rethink mine again. All right, Lobo, you go.
Honestly, I would want to be a part of the titular Warriors group.
Oh, okay.
They're pretty much the best group. And yeah.
I'm still going either Lizzie's or now the Boppers because I look good in purple. I know that sounds stupid, but how I look,
I'm not gonna argue that.
is very important for whatever gang I'm going to join.
Purple does well for dark skin.
I'm a few shades lighter than you.
I'm about a 60% dark chocolate.
You're not exactly minutes to midnight. You know, you're there's still some shade to you. Deku,
We can go 85%.
Deku is like if you just close your eyes and just picture teeth in the whites of someone's eyes, you'd have Deku.
Oh man.
None of us are moon crickets.
You are on it today.
All complexions are beautiful.
Damn right. Lobo, if you'll be so kind as to provide us with our review of our craptacular karate flick. 1 being absolute Hershey squirts doo-doo dog shit, nothing hurts worse. Up to a 5, which is a cinematic piece of kick to the fucking balls marvel of awesomeness. 2004's The Purifiers.
And now, our feature presentation.
Where are they? We've got to get out of here, so call them again.
This is the last train.
Come on, Raz. Come on. There's no answer. We can't leave them.
The city has been divided into zones. We keep our own space. It's safer that way. But tonight, we enter the central zones, where fear is in the silence of every street, and Moses is king.
We should at least go see Moses, find out what they want.
If trouble kicks off, get out of there. If someone left behind,
So help me!
it's up to them to get home. I mean, look at those guys. They put their cards on the table. The gangsters.
Have power. Real power. Start to reap the rewards of being in control.
He means take control of running drugs from the top to the bottom of the city. He means taking control of every slippery piece of shit that we can get our hands on together under his control.
Tell them all the deal is a dream unless the purifiers are history. Done.
Alright, the Purifiers. So, if the text scroll of it, apparently at some point, karate clubs decide to join gangs for whatever reason to, I guess, fight crime, because we don't really see them do anything else in the movie. They also have political goals and ambitions that the titular group, the Purifiers, do not agree with. And from after that, it's pretty much a chase movie all the way to the end, and there's sabotage and yada yada yada. This movie fucking sucks.
Could not agree more. An excellent fucking synopsis. I didn't even remember all that political shit because I was too busy blinded by all the bullshit that this movie brought. First and foremost, allow me to say, whoever thought this was going to be the spiritual successor or spiritual sequel to The Warriors should get shot twice, crucified upside down, and lit on fire. Fuck you.
I can't disagree with that.
The fact that they have the audacity to have the tagline, the next generation of warriors, is absolutely absurd.
But we never see the warriors in the movie really committing a crime, but they weren't going around saving people like in the beginning of this movie.
I don't understand anything about this movie from beginning to end. I don't understand I don't understand anyone's motivations. I don't even understand why the dude wanted to get all the gangs together.
He was like a member of the Purifiers or something, and then he made his own sort of gang that became a member of like the political circle. It's never really explained.
It's not.
And like there's a betrayal part in it where this one guy is like, okay, I'm gonna get our leader killed, and then stuff will happen.
Stuff will happen.
And then like there's no explanation for really anything, and then some chick chokes him out in a seat at the end of the film, so he dies.
Yeah, nothing is gained, nothing is resolved. I don't understand at all. Like at all.
Like in the movie The Warriors, for example, since this is a spiritual copy in huge air quotes, they gained reputation. They gained, street cred. These guys didn't gain anything.
No. At least in The Warriors, you also gained turf. If you chose to take over a gang's turf, you could boot them out. If you chose to do that.
Oh, you remember the training scene in the beginning of the movie, or the fight scene, whatever it was, the sparring session?
The only thing redeemable about this entire movie?
I didn't realize at the end of the movie that's two separate gangs fighting.
Yeah. They're fighting over territory.
Like they're dressed exactly the same, and there's this like some chick doing sword play, and there's a fight, and then all of a sudden like, okay, we're 90210 just at the juice bar.
Pretty much. Pretty much. Every girl in the fucking gang is like some type of model, but can't fight. Like, where was that chick in the beginning during the training montage who was fucking doing that weird kick over her head and all this other shit? She's never seen again.
She was in the other gang. She wasn't in the Purifiers.
Oh.
Yeah, because she shows up at the end of the movie and does like a similar kick, but then she gets her ass kicked.
Can we also talk about that name, the Purifiers?
The Purifiers. I thought the dudes with the crosses on their shirt should have been called the Purifiers.
Well, when I think of something like that, go ahead, Justice. You already know where I'm going with this. Go ahead, sir.
By all means.
Yeah, I was about to say, you think about a bunch of racist or religious zealots or something crazy like that. Actually, I did have to go back. The show called The Gifted, where the mutants were being chased.
Yeah,
those guys were called Purifiers. And I think they were in some of the Marvel comics too. So when you think about Purifiers, it's just like, yeah.
You talk about eradicating everyone that's different.
Right.
Yeah. Like they're obviously the bad guys with a name like that.
Yeah, that's where I got confused. I'm like, this is what you want to name your gang? You want to walk around and fight crime, talk about how you're going to purify it? Okay.
But the only part of the movie that I actually liked is the fact that a rapist gets beat up in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, I was okay with that.
I am perfectly fine with that. But this
movie fucking sucks.
They're at the gang meeting. This dude's talking about how much he loves his city, and we all need to be a part of the establishment, and we will gain power. Okay? And then what?
It was just interesting watching so many white dudes do Wing Chun.
Are you talking about the Wolfgang or whatever they were?
Yeah.
The one dude's just spinning nunchucks, staring at a guy while another dude gets kicked in the head with a dog, and the dog fucks off. I mean, how much cooler would it have been if you had like dogs attacking people and they're doing their fucking ninja karate moves to fight off the dogs?
When I think about something like The Warriors and how influential a film that has been, like I said at the beginning of the show, parts of that film have been sampled and copied and imitated and duplicated so many times by different acts, different artists, different genres, different movies, to the point where this movie couldn't help but go down in history as a fucking cult classic film. And when I think of somebody who decides that they're going to pay homage, if you will, to such a film such as The Warriors, by doing a movie like The Purifiers, I can't help but think you clearly either didn't watch the source material or have no fucking clue how to direct a fucking movie. Because this movie, The Purifiers, is an absolute piece of shit.
What's messed up is like a lot of the leads are actually great actors.
They are. A lot of them have been in big name shit. Wasn't one of those dudes like Pippi or Pippin from fucking Lord of the Rings or some shit?
Yeah, and then there was the main bad guy was in like one of the best werewolf movies ever made called Dog Soldiers.
Agreed.
He was also in a few other movies. I can't remember all of them.
It doesn't matter. He was in Dog Soldiers.
There is no. You should have a great career after doing Dog Soldiers.
Exactly. Everyone else did.
But it was like,
oh, it's so bad. It's just so bad. At least with like the Warriors. And again, I'm going to keep comparing it to the Warriors because that's clearly, you know, what they tried to fucking knock it off from. At least with the Warriors, like you had stated, there's things gained, things lost. This, there's nothing. There's absolutely fucking nothing. Nothing is resolved.
They don't even kill the main bad guy at the end of the movie. He's just there. It's like, we'll be back.
Yeah. Okay. Just peace out.
It's like, you may have won this round, but I'll be back and we'll do something.
It took me...
I'm gonna kick your ass.
It took me 3 days to watch this shit.
Did you finish it? Because I did.
I did.
I finished it right before the fucking show.
I watched it. I watched it, and somehow I managed to get through it completely sober.
Man, I wish I had been drinking watching this. So for me, I'm just going to be completely honest. This is a solid fucking 1. And the only reason why it gets a 1 because of that girl throwing that kick in the very beginning.
That was a pretty cool kick.
It was a badass kick.
It was like, out of all the people, at least somebody knew karate in some form.
And that one chick was pretty hot.
Yeah.
Yes, she was.
Yeah. I think her name was like Lee or some shit. She had like the black trench coat. She was fucking beautiful. I could watch her all day.
That's 2 different girls.
Oh, fuck. Never mind. Going back to the 1. It's just a 1. That's it.
I'm going to give it a 1 too. Like, I will... At least with the other bad movies, they're entertainingly bad.
Yeah.
This movie is just so fucking boring. Like, I wanted to slam my head into the wall.
Justice.
Yeah.
You're
4 days. I couldn't do it. 4 days. I could not finish. This is a solid 0 for me. I'm sorry. This, what's his name? Jobson. I hope you get hemorrhoids for making this movie. Like, it's straight shit, man. I mean, it's garbage. This
is the one time we need Decker to like have seen the film just so he could do his wrap up.
Yeah, I mean,
this is horrible,
man.
Dude.
This is bull. I mean, it almost make me mad that we were talking about it.
The 3 of us could make a 100 times better movie than this with just a cell phone.
Man,
dude, I could shit out a better film than this.
You've seen better short movies on YouTube.
Yeah.
Better than this. Like, this
I know a bunch of guys who make some great martial arts shorts films.
This is trash, dude. Absolute fucking trash.
I don't know how you found this movie.
Working at the fucking video store.
You're working at the video store in 2004?
No, I was working there. That bitch closed.
Alright, I respect that.
Plus, I was, not returning those video games that people would rent. But you didn't hear that from me. Once I saw that ship was sinking, I was like, all right, y'all won't need these.
Yeah, and I got something special about that movie for Technique of the Day.
Oh, I can't fucking wait.
I'm curious to see what you've managed to pull out of the ass
for real, because man, this is all the attention that I can give this shitty ass fucking movie. So we got 2
and
ones.
it's not an actual
0.
technique, but I was explain something.
So we got 2 1s and a fucking 0, and I think that's as good as that's gonna get. There was so much about this movie that even the gangs, at least in the original Warriors, some of those gangs looked menacing. The punks looked menacing.
They were part of gang members.
Like you could look at the Warriors, and there were some gangs you didn't want to fuck with.
The dudes on the bus.
Yeah, like you didn't want to fuck with them. Hell, even the girl gang, they looked unsuspecting. They'd get you liquored up and then fuck you up.
If you watch that movie, you notice that like most of them have knife scars on the face.
Yeah.
So
yeah, a bunch of jocks and cheerleaders I would not be scared of. Because that's what they were, jocks and cheerleaders.
Jocks, cheerleaders, and CrossFit religious fanatics with fluorescent crosses on their chest. Oh, man, this just frustrates me. Justice, would you be so kind, sir, and let us know the technique of the day?
Improve your skills, son. Harden your body. Become the number one man. Do not ever let anyone beat you.
All right, technique of the day goes to the cameraman of this movie, where the choreography and the technique was so trash that while they were doing the technique, the cameraman would move away from them and move back, and all you have is a body laying on the ground. and from that point on, a terrible movie just now becomes shitty. And now you just have to imagine, like, what kind of bullshit really happened for this person to be laying on the ground, and you didn't see anything happen.
You know what this movie reminds me of, honestly? Like those really shitty, like, early 2000s sci-fi movies. All you need is, like, one person who had, like, magical powers, and then you basically have the same film.
I feel like that's...
But they were better than this.
Yeah, I feel like that's an insult to sci-fi movies.
Yeah, they were a lot better than this. Yeah, they were better than this.
Yeah.
The sci-fi movie I would still watch them just because on Saturday afternoon there's nothing else on. This purified shit, I would not watch. I'd
rather watch fucking short NATO Tarantulosaurus, fucking duck-billed Platydinosaur shit. I'd rather watch all those fucking movies than ever watch Purifiers again. Fuck this movie. Oh, Justice, take us back down memory lane, sir.
Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again.
Now let me take a trip down memory lane.
All right. So today we're gonna go back and take a look at some fights from World Victory Road presents Sengoku. A couple of good fights I want to point out. George Santiago, who was one of the founding members of Black Zillions with Rashard Evans. He had some fights against Kazuo Misaki. Misaki, dope fighter, fought in Pride, good hands. And against one of my favorite fighters, Mamed Khalidov. This guy could fight. And he's probably one of the better fighters that never got signed to UFC, Bellator, or anyone.
Which is a crime.
Yeah. But then again, given the time, he's 40 now, drug testing, things like that. Yeah, he probably wouldn't have made it. Because George Santiago, he did terrible. I mean, he was good over there. When you watch those Japanese shows and you watch him over there, you thought he was a superstar. And once he stepped foot in the UFC, he got killed every time.
How many of those events did they have?
There were, I'm gonna say 9 off the top of my head before I look. There were, let's see, Sengoku, World Victory Road. No, it was more than 9. It was, looks like about 16 events.
I don't think I watched all 16 of them. I know I've seen some intermittently, but I haven't seen all of them.
Man, I watched that fight, Santiago, Misaki, and the fight with Khalidov. I watched those fights like plenty of times. Like, those are some good fights. Like, Khalidov is a good, solid striker, decent on the ground. Didn't have any wrestling, but he has a karate base. I mean, he has some decent kicks. Even tried Rolling Thunder a few times.
Such a great kick.
Yeah, Misaki. The way he carries his hands low is crazy, but man, we seen Kazuo Misaki, mess people up in Pride, everywhere, K1, so everywhere. He's been everywhere.
Well, gentlemen, that was all I had for you guys for this evening. I want to say thank you for taking time out of your evenings to discuss with me the great, great cult film, The Warriors, and this piece of shit, bastardized fuckwit shit-ass movie called The Purifiers, which will never ever be reviewed nor watched ever again. That was all I had for you guys. And let's get the fuck out of here. Be sure to listen, like, share, and subscribe for all the latest episodes, news, and updates. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at fistfights.friedricepodcast or at H8L.Muay Thai. On Twitter, follow us at H8L_Fight Talk.